afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another bit of Propagandacast news from the host and Pearl Dane. We've got some patch stuff going on, a mini patch for June 22nd. So obviously there's going to be up behind that. It suddenly came out of nowhere. They'll have to complain about the state of the Brits a bit, so who knows? Maybe it's related? Probably not. But anyways, what we got here, we got the British. The following are minor changes that intended to mitigate a few oppressive or frustrating aspects of the British faction without reducing their overall effectiveness, at which point... That's not quite working out, is it? Like, you actually need to reduce their overall effectiveness in some ways to actually really mitigate, because the problem is, again, you know, they're just too good in some areas. But anyways, let's have a look at the specifics. We've got Bolster. Bolster's being pushed back to require the platoon command post. This change should delay the powers back a fast 5-man squad, but force them purchase check rather than additional units. Of course, platoon command post. That's going to help a bit, like a minute or two maybe. That will give some room to work with it, but even then, it's not really fixing the fact that, you know, just getting a lot of sections and both of them is incredibly powerful, and it's also very difficult to counter because the MD-42, although they can just walk up and shoot it to bits, that's actually an issue at the moment. Additionally, like, you got the Universal Carrier Vickers blocks, they seem to really just makes it hard to get out any other counters to these things. So, like, in theory, nice, and again, it is going to have an effect, but I don't think it's going to be as big as they're hoping to be. Again, it's not going to be something like that, you know, mitigates it. It's more like, you know, a band-aid on like a wound that probably they received a few months ago. And it's got the Universal Carrier Vickers, which is the Vickers case being delayed to reduce its impact. So yeah, like they can't get that one out as fast either, but like the Universal Carrier still itself is still going to be out fast and still going to be really annoying and really powerful for the state arriving in. I mean, it's going to help the Orbital Command just a bit since they're the one that struggle the most, lacking Panzerfaust or any other like serious counters to it. But even then, it's still going to be very potent, difficult to deal with because again, they can just quickly back it up with an AC Mark III. So again, while these things help just a bit, like I don't think it's going to help quite for the impact they hope because again, the platoon command post in the end isn't even that expensive. It's slightly more expensive than the Infanterie Company. This is the Germans, you know, tier 1 building, so. Like, it's going to buy some time, obviously, but at most a minute or two, which again, as they say, may mitigate it, but, like, it's not going to fix the issues, and they're going to like, have to, like, long-term, you know, do something a bit more serious about this. Perimeter Watch. Perimeter Watch is having consideration to prevent the UKF from locking out large portions of the map for an extended period of time. The site bonus also reduces its impact without spotters. So, yeah. That's nice, basically from 2 minutes to 1 minute. It's still going to be incredibly powerful. It's still going to be very fast, and compared to other abilities of the same, you know, type, it's still going to be much better. But at least like a minute as opposed to more past was 2 minutes was just utterly bananas. And that really shouldn't have taken them this long to just go, maybe it shouldn't take 2 minutes for this to wear off. So, small note there. Commando Regiment Assault Ability. This change will put the assault ability on par with other infantry combat boost ability in terms of its timing. Yeah, but like most other infantry is not currently being super blobbed, and it's the British infantry section. I feel like this is one of those where like they do something to make it appear, okay, we're just balancing everything, but then they're actually ignoring the context of the balancing they're doing. So I'm a bit worried about this because, like, again, sections already being blobbed pretty hard. This is just going to make Brit blobs even more potent. Obviously, they still like relatively much more, but like, I don't want them to like encourage to like just push into other types of blobs. Like if they would deal with the blobs first, this could be fine, but I'm a bit worried. I might be worrying about nothing, I'll admit that. But I am a bit worried about this one. I am just a bit worried. And finally we got the British M5 AA upgrade, where they basically reduce the upgrade time from 45 to 30 to standardize it, which again, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm not entirely sure what to make of this one. It's probably not a big deal. I'm just, again, standardizing with the Brits. Like, if they standardize something, maybe standardize the sections so they're less bulletproof. Just a suggestion. Anyways, so it R280 rocket run basically gets a bit more expensive, and we will continue modding the ability for the future. Yeah, that's fine, but I don't know. Like, the thing is, it's just incredibly fast to get off, plus there's a lot of ways just to slow down vehicles, stun them, so they can get it off, like the T-34-6 ramming or whatnot. So, like, on paper, fine, but the fact there's just so much ways that you just, like, further utilize this to make it really good. I mean, it's obviously a really difficult ability to balance. I've got the easy suggestions here, but maybe increase the cost a bit, just a bit further, I don't know. The INR half-up track here for the overcomers. The population of the half-track being reduced to better for Panacci's performance as a support unit. From 5 to 3. The problem is, like, you're just not going to use it. It's like a spotter that isn't, like, very good now. It has an incredibly narrow band of utility, and that's it. Like, it needs to be able to, I think, do more at the moment for people to even remotely consider it. Like, mark target or something like that. If they could do that, I think the infrared half-tech would see a lot more usage. But as it currently stands, like, they need to, like, almost make it be practically 3, I think, for people like consider going for the infrared half-track at the current state of affairs. Like, I just don't think the current sort of band of abilities it possesses is very good. Goliath now requires 1 command point. That was an issue? Even my cat is shocked at that. And it's a cat. A cat, ladies and gentlemen. It's shocked. It doesn't even get why it's cost 1 command point. I guess someone somewhere had tapped into the secret Goliath super strategy and just somehow was abusing the hell and just like, you know, they don't want to tell about it, so people, you know, may try and exploit it. It's just like, it now requires 1 command point. Good work, Gerald. Like, that's just sort of like, you know, if someone's like, you know, highlight this, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually stood like, you know, good work, Gerald. They're just like to let Gerald know he screwed up. I was about to say a bad word. So finally we got Ost here, all-out war passive. Due to the nature of this overriding other capture bonus provided by ability, we're removing the capture bonus. Yeah, fair enough. Apart again wishes they might have replaced it with something else then to compensate, but again, like, you know, at this point it's just the buff that they remove an ability that was still not really seeing much usage, which really further just cuts down the utility of the Wehrmacht Tier 4. I mean, again, they really need to, like, do something a bit more serious about it. Again, my recommendation, there we go, would still be something like, you know, a Knights Crossholder style unit, or something like that, or just, you know, purchasable upgrades for some troops like that. That could be an idea as well, but, yeah. I mean, Tier 4 still needs some thinking. I like the heavier one there. Plus some bug fixes. Apparently tried again to fix the Panzerfaust misfiring. We'll have to see if this fixes it or not. Not much for the MG42, which also has some issues, which would be nice, but there might be something wrong with there. Valentine population apparently was bugged. Storm, so I bet you 4 stuff there. Mortars being fixed, actually quite nice. And some other bits there. So, yeah, that's sort of roughly. I mean, it's better than nothing. And, you know, some of the things here I think are, you know, nice, but ultimately, I feel like this is something that should be like fixed in a hot fix much sooner. At least for some, obviously, some of these bugs obviously are going to take some time. And again, credit to like, you know, Sneak Eye again, 2 thumbs up to you. I don't know you. I've never heard of you before now, but you're a great guy if you actually fixed it. 2 thumbs up. You're a hero. But again, I feel like a lot of these just, you know, could have been done much sooner, much faster. They shouldn't really be tight, you know, just like, you know, maybe we should limit both to just a bit. Yes, maybe. And again, like, you know, I mean, ultimately, again, like, the problem with the British is just, it's a poorly designed faction, and, like, you know, they're going to need to, like, have to do something more extensive. So, obviously, get what this is supposed to, because, again, they're realizing they're going to have to do something about the Brits, but, like, currently, they just, like, again, they're shifting about things to make them less awful to play against, until I imagine they can come up with a better solution. But, again, the problem was, in the first place, they buffed the sections when they shouldn't have. Again, look at the, you know, Vickers machine gun, the Hay one, and, you know, something else there, but they kind of made a problem there for themselves again, and like they knew they were going into it because they had previously, you know, nerfed the section from away from that. So, yeah, I don't know. I get the issues with the Brits. The problem is, again, it's a poorly designed faction that's, like, you know, going to require some extensive work in some way, at least, you know, breaking some of the core elements that kind of make the Brits, like, make them work properly without being awful. But, yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, it's better than nothing. It's a step, and at least it's going to make the Brits marginally less awful to play against. And I mean, you know, in the grander scheme of things, that's always a plus. Like, less awful Brits is, you know, something I can get behind. But at the same time, it kind of feels like a band-aid that arrived too late. But, you know, I suppose it's better than nothing, and hopefully, again, we'll get, you know, more significant patch down the road. But it certainly highlights, again, in particular with the Germans, like, there's a lot of stuff here that's effectively just been rendered utterly superfluous, like the infrared half-track and Wehrmacht Tier 4. Yeah, still isn't particularly amazing, so there's going to be, I think, some more thinking there. And again, this one is definitely one they should be monitoring, and this one, again, is, it has me worried. Again, I'm admittedly possibly worrying about nothing here, but yeah, Anyways, that's sort of it here. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something from it. Gave some ideas, ridiculous. Subscribe, like, share, comment. And of course, also consider donating or pledging on Patreon. Links in the description. This simple links in. Cheers. You all are wonderful audience. See you all another time. Bye.